Ahoy there, me hearties. Welcome to Sea of Thieves here at Story Gaming. Let me tell you a story while we're sitting here so comfortably. The campfire. It's a story of gold and glory. Well, actually, it's about glory mostly, because it's not about the gold. No, welcome to Sea of Thieves here at Story Gaming. I'm really happy that I'm able to record this. I've been a day one player of Sea of Thieves and I have spent many of hours in the game. And it just recently occurred to me that I have never produced like any content for it, which is insane if I think about this. And I want to take the opportunity now that the newest version is out, the anniversary update, which provides us with new mechanics and a lot of new content, to bring you guys a little bit closer to what is going on. And to do that right now, I decided to make a short series of walkthrough videos for the Sea of Thieves Tall Tales, which is a series of 9 quests in the game, and I will make 9 videos for every single quest. I hope I can manage that, because especially the last one is quite long, so I've done all of them already. What you will see is a summary. I will mostly, hopefully, be able to cut out all the driving in between the islands. I will try to make a point of the map situations, etc., so that you can find whatever it is you need to find in the game. Alright, and without further ado, let's just start with number 1, Tall Tale, the Shroudbreaker. Alright, so the Shroudbreaker starts in any tavern, at any outpost, where you just go over to this little guy here. So the people who've played Sea of Thieves a little more know that's the mysterious stranger, the guy who receives all your Athena's chests, right? But with the content update, we find this here right next to him. And in this book, that just works like a normal voyage.
One moment. You do well to heed my warning, for this is no ordinary voyage you're contemplating. Few pirates have even heard of the shores of gold, let alone seen them with their own eyes. They say it's an island riddled with untold riches, ancient secrets, hidden tombs, and deadly traps. But you won't find it on any map, for it was swallowed up by the mists of the Devil's Shroud. This book is the journal of the pirate lord himself. It tells of his first ship, the Magpies Wing, and the journey he took to find the mythical Shroudbreaker, the only way to part the fog and reach the shores of gold. If you dare to follow in the footsteps of the greatest pirate who ever lived, then take the journal and use it to find the wreck of the Magpies Wing. It holds clues to the Shroudbreaker's whereabouts. Bring it to me, and I'll set you on your way to the shores of gold. But don't be fooled. Only the bravest, strongest pirates will make it back alive. I wish you luck. You're going to need it.
He's so trustworthy, right? Alright, cool. I don't think... That was a reflex, opening that thing. So, it is essentially the same thing with all the Tall Tales. There is quest starters all over the map of the Sea of Thieves. This particular one can be activated at any outpost. The others, you will need to go to certain outposts. Now, given what he just said to us, we need to find the remains of the Magpies Wing. Now let's have a look into the book that he gave us, that has been done by the Pirate Lord himself, Voyage for the Shroudbreaker. Let's have a look. So, Chasing Legends, another journey, another journal. Shores of gold, a great secret, an island of treasure, swallowed by the Devil's Shroud. That's what he said. Ancients could reach new islands through the mists. Part the Shroud, Pathfinder, Wayfarer, Shroudbreaker. I will scour the Sea of Thieves and learn more. Artifacts of the ancients, found after days of scouring islands. Very old chest, still good as new. Totem inside. Animal totem. More than a statue, a key maybe. The key to the Shroudbreaker. Sail to the secret places, use totem. Take Shroudbreaker, drink shores of gold, drink. Alright, so far that was clear. Now we need to find certain information about these where to find the items, right? The Burning Blade came for us, they got ambushed. We were no match for her infernal cannons. I made my choice, into the sea went the chest. The ship's log will help us find it again. So they dropped it and they put the information into the ship's log. And that is the key. You need to find the ship that contains the log leading to that chest. No one else shall take it, we will lure them away from it. And this is where they went down. They caught us in the shallows of an uncharted island, right between the isles of Crooked Mast and Crooks Hollow. My beloved Magpies Wing was lost, and with her my dreams of the shores of gold. The wreck now lies at the uncharted isle, Crooked Mast, Crooks Hollow. As you can see on the right hand side, there is an island in between, and long-term players of Sea of Thieves know this island in particular. It has been subject to many of events, and to the right there I think that's Kraken's Fall, the big one. But this particular one is at N13, and I will mark that on the map and show that in a minute. So that's where the ship's log sank with the ship, and that's where we are going, and that's where I will see you again, because I have a longer journey ahead of me, and I'm boarding here my trusted ship, the Wise Man, a fully parrot ship. I just love that thing. Alright, so I'm gonna be off here in a second, and then I see you. Oh, hang on. Let me just raise that anchor real quick here. And then let's zoom in here. So, what we got? There's Crooks Hollow, and there's Crooked Mast. And here, hang on, at N13, that's where we need to go, between those two islands, where there is an uncharted one. And I'm going to be off here in just a second, going for that island. And I will not put that into the video. So I see you in just a few seconds. Oh yeah, baby. That's not what I expected when I was sailing in this direction. We talk about the Shroudbreaker, and that's not the mist that it's going to break. As you can see, we are approaching that thing. I will probably just take it a little bit slow because there is lots of reefs and sandbanks around that island. And while the mist is usually your friend, this particular case, not so much, because I don't know where I have to go. No, I know that. Just if you didn't know that trick, you can, at a sloop, watch through the back and just see where you're going. Now, let's see. Whoa, this is unfucking believable. And the mist can be a game changer. I have escaped so many. I'm not a best PvPer, and I will probably talk about that in future videos about this game. I really suck at PvP, but this game mechanic here has made my escape really easy in a lot of situations. Oh shit. Where is that thing? Let's see if we can look from the top. We can see anything better. Sometimes that works. Not always though. I guess I'll make a quick cut and you will find that island And so will I, but while I'm stumbling through the mist, you don't need to watch, so I see you in a sec. Alright, there it is. I found it. Holy smokes. I never did that in this condition, under this condition before. Okay. So, once you reach this, you need to make sure to understand what it is you're looking for. First of all, we will probably ditch that little... But I'm very slow, so I don't expect any damage from it. Yeah, that's fine. So we are looking for the remains of a ship that is supposedly here. Let me just make sure that we fixate ours a little bit. And your marker is this little bush over here. There's also more information. You see down there is a book. That's one of the logbooks. Every tall tale has a number of logbooks in different locations. And then you have some indications of debris inside the water. So let's just see what it's all about. There you see it. It's the Magpies Wing. In full glory, or former glory. That thing went down hard. And what we need to find is the captain's logbook, which is supposedly in the captain's quarters, because that's where captain keeps his logbooks, right? And so usually I find it here. It's right here. There you go. Okay. Let's go up again so we don't drown. Half of a legend. And this should give us some information about the actual chest. So let's have a quick look. Next page, Magpies Wings, ship's log. Anchoring down on the north side of Discovery Ridge, captain's gone ashore. The Burning Blade, we are fleeing to the northeast. They are turning to pursue. Passing a huge island continuing northeast, Burning Blade pursues. Dropping chest in the waters just west of a small island, heading southeast. Coming up on a chain of islands, laying in new course east. The Burning Blade is gaining. They will soon catch us. So, that is a relatively clear description, and it tells us where to go next. So, the first island that was mentioned was Discovery Ridge, right? Anchoring on the north side of Discovery Ridge, captain's gone ashore. So they basically started out here. Then, Burning Blade, we're fleeing to the northeast and we're turning to pursue, passing a huge island, continuing northeast. So that huge island is Plunder Valley, and they are continuing from there northeast, dropping the chest in the waters just west of a small island. So what is that? Fool's Lagoon? That's what I would say. West of Fool's Lagoon. I have seen it here as well, but that would be if they go east, and they didn't say. So I would say it's at Fool's Lagoon, and that's where I'm going next to check if I find the chest there. Alright? I will spare you the details of my dilettante sailing, especially through the fog here. I will see you in a couple of minutes at Fool's Lagoon. Coming up on Fool's Lagoon. Alright, we are finally there. Man, that was a long journey against the wind. Through the mist. That was really annoying. I'm just glad you guys didn't have to tag along for that. Alright, so we had Fool's Lagoon. So, one thing that you need to understand is that this is by no means a solution. There is more than half a dozen islands, preferably the smaller ones in the Ancient Isles, that can be the location for this. You really have to follow this log. Just like I did a little bit earlier in this clip. Ooh, what did we find here? Oh, it's just a cannonball crate. Alright. I'm not here for treasure. Let's go. And it said they dropped off the chest in the waters just west of a small island. See there at 7 hours 34 minutes. And just west means there. And that means we have to go into the water and see if we can find that chest. Let's do just that. And with a little bit of luck, I'm seeing something over there. I'm not sure it's the chest though. Let's get closer. Yeah, no, it could be the chest. It's not really west, it's more like southwest. But I will not complain. Yeah, it's the ancient chest. Alright, let's return it. And this should contain our next hint and steps on what to do. Oh, really, Mr. Skellington? Going to spoil my victory here? No. No one said you are invited to this party. Alright, here we go. Let's open it. Let's take the pages. So we have the next clue. And then we have a crab totem. Now, I do know where the crab totem belongs. But if you don't know where it belongs, you will find a useful hint in the chest. Right? So, are these islands? Yes, they are. And there is Shipwreck Bay on this. There's Kraken's Fall on this. And there is Crooked Mast on it. And the island that we are looking for, and that's what they changed, because originally you were able to see which one it is, and the shape, you have to go there. I will try to bring in a list of possible locations. So let's just take the rowboat. So we have a rowboat as well. So this one belongs to Crooks Hollow. That's where we are going. It's not what I wanted. That's also not what I wanted. I think the game is just making fun of me at this point. Can I please grab my totem? Thank you. Alright, so we need to go to Crooks Hollow, and that's what we are going to do right now. Which means I have to go back into the fog, but you know what? I don't mind it. And I think I will see you there in just a bit. Okay. My mistake. It is by no means the Crooks Hollow totem. I was in a different quest with my thoughts. I've done these so many times in the past couple of weeks. We have to go to N13 again. Because the island with the tiers in the lower, that is in fact Crooks Hollow. So basically it's referring us to the same island as this. It's basically the same map, and I was too stupid to see that little detour. Alright. But we're getting there, we're getting there. Now, the next step is a little bit dangerous. Specifically if you are soloing. Because you need to leave your ship behind for a significant amount of time. And that is obviously not an ideal situation. But there's nothing you can do about it except do this quest with at least 2 people. Now, you might not have that opportunity. And in that case, you need to deal with whatever it is. Where did I put it? Right there. God, I'm getting nervous. And I should have read this. Beyond the drowned tunnel, it's a drowned tunnel, so meaning it's full of water. We will have to take a dive here. And it's the same island where we started. Yeah, they're coming. Let's see how that plays out. Alright, so after this little detour, and those guys now being in my alliance, let's jump into the water and see there is a tunnel right there, and it's again, it's right below that red plant that you can use as a landmark. Now we just have to swim through this, which with a item in hand is obviously a little bit difficult. And this is what I was talking about. This is a little bit dangerous. I'm leaving my ship behind, and I didn't want to go before I talked to this guy. And I got lucky that they are friendly. They are on the tall tale as well. And here we are. Protected by the crab, that's this guy here. Place the token and open the vault. Now we'll make a quick break here. Alright, and now we are going for the actual riddle. As you can see, oh, that was awesome. I really needed that one. My alliance is selling off some good chests. I'm not complaining about that. Now, for what we need to do is we need to light all these braziers. Braziers? Oh no, I got locked in. But luckily, I have a solution for these pillar riddles here, right? It's Shroudbreaker and 3 warriors. So you can return these things. There's a Shroudbreaker. There's a warrior. Another warrior. And another warrior. If you enter the wrong one, there will be more water and you will drown. So, second one. 3 boats and the Shroudbreaker in hand. 1 boat. 2 boats. 3 boats. And the Shroudbreaker in hand. See, it's filling up with water. That was correct too. And the last one is the Shroudbreaker in hand and 3 families. Alright, there's the Shroudbreaker. 1 family, 2 family, and 3. But we're not done yet. We need to find this particular... God, this is the... There you go. So this is the archway, and there's a pillar, and something is on that pillar. Yeah, I haven't done that one here yet. So we need to find whatever it is. Some sort of a medallion, I think. Yeah, I think it's 3 medallions and I need to put them in the front of the altar. So that's the archway. And here we go. There's a medallion. Let me just breathe here real quick. Have a look around. All I hear is skeletons. No gunfire. That's good. That's good. Alrighty. That's one. This is on top. And isn't that always the case? My audio just kicked out of this. I'm recording the audio for this. So this one did take me a little bit of time to find. I needed to actually go back and look at this again to realize it was at the edge of the island, not near the palm trees. Clearly some mistake from my side. Yeah, and these guys, I like these guys. I hope we can see them way beyond the quest, these awesome new types of skeletons. So, there we go. Second medallion's in. And then we get the third location, which is again underwater. You see like an archway there. Actually 2, right? There's 2 archways. And it took me a while to realize that. Just taking a quick breather here. And then I got lucky. I came down under the waterline and I immediately saw the glinting. I wanted to go back to get the second one, but I forgot about it when I had the third medallion, and I was like, let's get the hell out of here. The video was quite long at that time even. I mean, I cut out a lot of traveling, I cut out a lot of running, and there's the third medallion. And at this point, it's really just, if you're alone, just hope no one is there. Third medallion, and nothing happens. There you go. A Shroudbreaker. I'm so happy. See, I can cheer. And there we have it. It looks really nice. Yay! And now, all we need to do is, and it tells us, the grand adventure begins. When I saw that the first time, I was like, oh my god, this is just the beginning. Hell yeah. I like this. Alright, return it to any outpost. And we are at Ancient Spire with the Shroudbreaker. So let's stop that wreck and return to the mysterious stranger as it was requested. I don't really care about the boat because I'm not going to continue after this journey. So let's just grab it. Where did I put it? There it is. My little Shroudbreaker buddy. Really? There you go. That should be enough. I'll probably pass by this outpost a little bit, but it's fine. So, mysterious stranger up in the tavern. Just be sure that when you hand these items in, you don't get ambushed. Oh, look at this. Someone else did tall tales. What we got here? It's an ancient chest. So someone else did the Shroudbreaker quest and left the chest here. I didn't even take it. And here we go.
I heard all the stories, but to actually hold the Shroudbreaker in my hands, I never thought I'd see the day. Something's wrong. There should be 4 jewels set in the base that grant the
Oh no, it's
Shroudbreaker
broken!
its power, but they've been removed. Without them, you won't last 5 minutes in that fog. Now let me think. I did hear tell that Captain Briggsy made it to the shores of gold. If that's true, she might know the whereabouts of these missing stones. Not that she'd ever say. Sometimes, even the best pirates fall victim to their greed or hatred, and it changes them, strips the flesh from their bones, gives them power, but twists them up inside. Briggsy is one such abomination. People call them skeleton lords, and most pirates flee at their approach. Not even the Order of Souls dares challenge them, and rightly so. But you are going to have to hunt one down. I have eyes and ears across the Sea of Thieves. If you gather any of the missing pieces, I'll see they're restored to the Shroudbreaker on your behalf. For now, head to Plunder Outpost and speak with Madame Olivia about Briggsy's whereabouts. Remember, skeleton lords are not to be taken lightly.
Yeah, they are not. And we're done. We get a handsome reward for this, and you get the same reward basically for all Tall Tales, except for the last one where you also get a nice item to turn in. But that was basically it. Now, what did we learn from this? I hope this was, first of all, I hope this was helpful in explaining how to approach these riddles. The Tall Tales is a collection of riddles, and if you do not like riddles, then this questline is probably not for you, because it is ridiculous how many riddles you can put into those quests, and every single one will bring you into a situation where you have to piece together symbols or logbook entries, etc. Now, for the first Tall Tale, and again, this is just the guide for the first one, there is some variations in between. The first variation, and I will try to bring up a list. The first variation is, where do you find the chest? Now, that's easy to determine by the logbooks, and I think again it's about a half a dozen islands in the Ancient Isles where you can actually find the logbook. And then, as you have seen, there is different kinds of totems. And the different kind of totems, I hope I can bring them in here as a list as well, lead you to different islands where you need to find these medallions. And on those different islands, you have to find the medallions in different places. So there is a relatively high combination, even in this most basic one of the tales. And I really like that, because it makes them replayable. At some point you will be like, ugh, really? I have to play that thing 5 times? But you can do it, and it's relatively easy. So it took me about an hour, maybe an hour. With my detour and the fog, yeah, an hour for this particular one. And I hope you enjoyed it as well, and I hope you did take something out of this tale. If you think I missed something, I will bring up another video, hopefully, for the journals, as soon as I have time to record it. So thank you very much for watching, and I see you for the next one. Until then, I'm Stordir. Bye.